And good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, and it is National Go Fishing Day, and not the card game.
Okay. All right.
We'll tell you about that in just a bit.
And I'll tell you, on our show today, we have Supervisor Lisa Bartlett. She's going to talk about the Senior Summit that went on last month. Also with her is Dan Perdale, and Dan oversees the Emeritus Institute with Saddleback College, and good to have him back. He hasn't been on for a while, so we'll talk about both those programs. Also, we have the Chief of the Orange County Fire Authority, Brian Fennessy, will be here today, and a couple guests from the Duplicate Bridge Club. Today begins their event where they help raise money for Alzheimer's.
Excellent. All right, today's meetings, we have the third board meeting, which will be in the boardroom today at 9:30. And then we have the United Candidate Meet and Greet, and that will be in the boardroom at 5 p.m. All right, so today is a day to take time from your daily busy routine to find a stream, pond, lake, or river, bait your hook, cast your line, and catch a fish or two. Maybe take out a grandson or granddaughter and find a local lake here where you can have some fun. In addition to providing food, fishing is a recreational pastime of many. Recreational fishing includes conventions, rules, licensing restrictions, and laws that limit the way in which fish may be caught. A rod, reel, line, and hooks with any one of the different forms of bait or lures are the most common form of recreational fishing. So as you see here, we have a variety of different fun things that you can use depending on your location of where you're fishing. The practice of catching or attempting to catch fish with a hook is known as angling. Catch and release, returning the fish to the water to continue its life, is sometimes expected or required by law. For others, this is a preferred form of fishing. Hobbyists with knowledge of habitat, foraging behavior, and migration hone their fishing techniques for a successful fishing adventure. Some fishermen still follow fishing folklore, which claims that fish feeding patterns are influenced by the position of the sun or the moon. The earliest known English essay on recreational fishing was published in 1496. During the 16th and 17th centuries, recreational fishing began to gain popularity. In 1653, Isaac Walton published a book titled The Complete Angler or Contemplative Man's Recreation. Walton's book is the definitive work championing the position of the angler who loves fishing just for the sake of it. Now, last year at this time, we went fishing locally here. And I think we have a little clip of it. And, you know, Ken, how's that weather?
Well, the weather today is kind of like what we had yesterday, a little bit of drizzle out there. And I really doubt that we are going to see any sun today, maybe in the late afternoon. We didn't yesterday, did we? So I'm kind of thinking that might be the case today. Going forward, tomorrow will probably be about the same. And then as we hit Thursday, might clear up a little bit, more back to just the morning fog. But then Friday and Saturday, well, Friday particularly, drizzle is in the forecast. It shouldn't be much, but it is there. Now, we've had drizzle the past couple days, mainly from the rain layer, but this could be actual rain. We'll see about that. It is in the forecast. It's not going to be much of anything. Saturday will be mostly cloudy as well, maybe a little sunshine in the afternoon. Around Orange County today, we have some weather like we did yesterday. You know, not much difference everywhere you go. This is way below normal. Again, we should be about 78 this time of the year. And Palm Springs is looking good. They're right where they should be. And look at Lake Arrowhead, because they're above all this. They have some relatively nice warm weather as well. At least they're actually above average a little bit. So there you go. Hey, I wanted to mention, Lisa mentioned the United Candidate Meet and Greet. Just to emphasize what that is, you're probably thinking, wait, I'm not a candidate. It's for people who are interested and want to find out more about it. So that's what that's about. And I know Third's going to be doing that in a week or two as well. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Before I tell you what I'm about to tell you, let me tell you that it's very important that you listen to what I'm going to tell you. Looking good, Albert. The people have spoken. They want a man of action. Real gold? They want a leader who will stare boredom in the face and say, not on my watch. Insert me, Rob Riggle, the new mayor of Funner, California. It's not a word, it's a place. Funner!
Hi, I'm Sharon. I am so pleased to welcome you to JTV. We're a 24/7 home shopping network focused exclusively on jewelry and gemstones. And because we believe every woman deserves to be lifted up, we love to help her sparkle, keep her informed, and make her smile. Our viewer is passionate about jewelry and gemstones, and we share her passion. Because of that, she keeps coming back, making us one of the top retailers in the United States. We sell extraordinary products at extraordinary prices. Welcome to JTV.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
Welcome back. Well, with me right now is Supervisor Lisa Bartlett. She oversees the 5th District, and also Dan Perdale. And Dan is with Saddleback. He's primarily the Emeritus Institute. He also oversees adult education. Great to have you both back.
Great to be back.
Good to see you. Thank you. Now, Senior Summit happened last month.
Yes.
And for the first time, it was over at Soka University. And, you know, this was a new venue, a little bit larger venue. How did it go?
It was fantastic. Well, we've always loved having the Senior Summit in Laguna Woods, but the max capacity was 1,000.
Yeah.
And we just kept growing every year. And this year, we moved it to Soka University, where the capacity is 2,500 in their auditorium. We had, for our first year at Soka University, our Senior Summit, the attendance was 1,650 people.
Wow.
With 60 vendors. So it was a phenomenal venue for the growth that we've had in the summit over the years.
Yeah, and it is a great venue. I was there for, what was that, the International Festival, because I remember I saw Sergio there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have a number of great events every year. And after the Senior Summit, we had one of the professors at Soka provide a recital in their repertory.
Oh, how
theater.
nice.
So, yes, it was wonderful.
Now, the theme was Back to the Future, and really Back to the Future of Aging and Dementia. And that was really the kind of, you know, I know each year there's some sort of a theme that a lot of the speakers talk about, and that's what it was this time.
Yes, so Back to the Future, Aging and Dementia was our theme this year. We had 4 phenomenal speakers really focusing on keeping active. When you talk about aging in place and dementia and Alzheimer's as we get older, what can we do to kind of forego that or push that off as long as we can? And active minds and active bodies are the key to a lot of this. So keeping physically active and mentally active makes a tremendous difference.
Well, I know somebody who knows all about that. He's sitting right next to you.
Absolutely.
And of course, Dan, the Emeritus Institute, really education in general, but the Emeritus Institute does exactly what the supervisor just said. It keeps people active in many different ways.
Right.
They can certainly be physically active, they can be artistically active, they can work their mind, they can do, I mean, it's incredible what's offered.
Right, and that's why partnering with the supervisor is such a great opportunity, especially for the Senior Summit. It gives the community an opportunity to learn more about all of the resources available for the aging and senior community.
Yeah.
And as you said, the Emeritus Institute, our mission is to provide academically rigorous, mentally stimulating, socially engaging, and health improving courses for older adults. So the partnership couldn't be more natural.
Yeah, and I know Lisa, Dan, Emeritus Institute in general has always been a part of the Senior Summit.
Yes, they were our title sponsor, and they do a tremendous job. They have a lot of great programs, educational programs for our seniors.
Now, as a county supervisor, and I know obviously this is your district, what does the county do to engage seniors? I know that we have partnered here, meaning our social services department, and with different the Council on Aging and all sorts of things. But there's so many resources that if people know about that the county can help with, right?
Yes, they can always contact me and my office in Santa Ana, but we come to the seniors, and that's really important because a lot of seniors want to stay in the community where they live, like Laguna Woods. So very recently we had our social services agency come out with their bus, and we set up outside of Laguna Woods City Hall for the morning to talk about and provide benefits to our seniors, get them actually enrolled in programs through the county. We actually had so many seniors that showed up that morning for the benefits enrollment that we had to call out more staff members from the county and set up more tables.
And I see that growing because is that the first time that that's been done?
It's the first time that's been done, and we had a great turnout, signed up a lot of seniors for benefits that they didn't even know they were eligible for. We also had Second Harvest Food Bank that provided complimentary fruits and vegetables to all of the seniors.
Yeah, and that was just a wonderful event and something you're going to do once a year right now at this point?
At least once a year.
Okay.
This was so popular, and we received a lot of feedback that a lot of the seniors and their neighbors weren't able to attend.
Yeah.
So we'll be setting up within the next few months another benefits enrollment day.
Very good. That's wonderful. So of course we'll find out about that and let people know when that is all set up. So Dan, the Emeritus Institute, right now we're in the probably the first month of the summer.
Exactly, yeah. Summer is nearing halfway done. We'll finish up in the middle of July, and registration for fall is actually starting this week. Tomorrow. That'll be held at Clubhouse 7 over the next couple days, and then we'll be ongoing as we get closer to the fall term, early August.
Every year there's something a little different, something a little new that are offered. Is there any particular classes that you really like, that you really look at and go, wow, this is something that we haven't done before?
Sure. So yeah, we have a number of new instructors coming in actually. We had a number of retirees who had been here for 20 plus years or so. So we have a new group of really excited faculty members coming in. I think students are really going to enjoy that. In particular, we have a new wearable arts instructor. Her name's Sandra Johnson. Wearable arts is one of our most popular classes here in the village, and we're so excited to be welcoming her. We also have a couple new history and philosophy instructors as well. So I think students will really get a good feel for the new faculty that are coming in.
And I mentioned to Dan that I'm hoping to get some of those instructors back on because they're great. I learned things. I forget who the gentleman was, and he taught philosophy. And what was really interesting, we started talking. He's going, I teach a lot of times. We talk about modern philosophy, and some of the people who have been around the last few decades. And it's funny, he mentioned like Steve Jobs. He's going, these are kind of like our modern philosophers in a way that maybe people talk about decades from now. But it was really interesting, his take on it. And that's what makes these classes so good, right?
Right, it's not just a historical perspective. So much of the classes are based off the lived experiences of the older adult. It's not expert teaching younger student. It is a facilitated near peer-to-peer conversation, which really creates a much stronger community between the students and the student and instructor.
Yeah, it's really fantastic, and of course we get some great people on from the college district in general. I always mention Marcia Miltricker because
Sure.
you know, she is such an advocate of the Emeritus Institute.
We're so grateful for Marcia and the board's support for the Emeritus program. It's been around for 43 years now, and we've grown by about 1,000 students now. So we have about 6,100 older adults taking classes throughout the community, and 34% of those 6,100 live here in the village.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Lisa, let me get back to you about, you mentioned something, you know, this last event that you had over at the city, and getting out fresh produce for folks and all. And I know that's something that you know, you would like to expand in some ways. Sometimes it's a little hard to do that, but I know you've talked about the importance of seniors being able to get food beyond maybe what they can do for themselves, and that's a thing that you really are passionate about.
Yes, it's a matter of making sure that our seniors are happy and healthy, and where they can't get out to get additional products, whether it's bananas or apples or toothbrush or toothpaste, we want to make sure that we come to them, and we have something that's conveniently located within Laguna Woods Village. So that is something I'm working with all the staff members to set up, and stay tuned for information. We'll have something in place probably within the next 6 months or so.
Great, and of course, you know, we like to remind the seniors that there is the Meals on Wheels program through the Senior Center, the Florence Sylvester, and Age Well, which is wonderful. But you know, beyond that, their day-to-day needs might be a little bit harder for them to get.
Right, and we want to make sure that we're able to supplement.
Yeah, very good. So we'll find out more about that as well. Now, Dan, back to you for a moment. Enrollment going to be at Clubhouse 7. People can also go online as well, right?
Exactly. So we try to make it as easy as possible for enrollment to occur. We have online registration starting again Wednesday the 18th. That's for new continuing students. And then new student registration, if you've never taken a class, will be starting later next week as well. So we have it both at Clubhouse 7 and online. If there are any questions, we have the instructions listed step by step in our printed catalog as well as on our website.
Okay, very good. And like I said, I'm going to hold you to getting some of those instructors
Absolutely.
on, because it's great, it's fun. They're really neat to have. And any events coming up over the next couple months? You've been busy. When I think of, you had the Pet Expo, and you had the Senior Summit, and you had the enrollment program, you've been quite busy.
Our office is extremely busy, but you know, I'm a county supervisor that really wants to provide a lot of great events and activities and benefits to the community at large. I'm very passionate about what I do and pushing services out to our communities.
Yeah, well, you're very good at that. You know, you can always sign up for Lisa Bartlett's email, and it comes out usually on Fridays?
Every Friday.
Okay.
Yes.
And it will give links to the different programs that she's doing, and you put a link to this segment as well.
Yes.
So I always look forward to that. I always show my daughter, look, and she's like, Dad, I don't care. But anyway, she goes, I see you on TV all the time. But I think it's wonderful that you do that, and thank you very much. Dan, thank you. Always good to see you.
You too.
Just want to talk quickly about our vote centers.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yes, this Friday we have, as you know, we're finally moving into the 21st century at the county for vote centers. Our voting equipment's at the end of its useful life.
Yeah.
So this Friday in Laguna Woods Village, we have a vote center workshop from 10 to 12 at the 24262 Punta Alta location within Laguna Woods Village, and welcome all of the seniors to come and learn about the new vote center process, because the voting will be completely different. We'll have about 188 vote centers throughout the county, and they'll be open for a period of 10 days, and you can drop off your ballot at any one of the vote centers throughout the county. We'll have extended hours for 4 of those days. So it's going to be much more convenient for all of our voters throughout the county, but it is a completely new process, and I encourage everyone to attend one of the workshops to get information.
Yeah, it is really going to be something different. We had on, is it Neil Kelly?
Yes.
Yes, he's been on, well, I know he was on with you, he was on with one of the club shows, and he talked about that it is something very different.
It is something very different, and we'll have Neil on TV here as we get closer to the March 2020 primary.
Yeah, our primary will be bumped up again. Yes. Very good. Thank you very much for both of you coming on. Good to see you, and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village television. Grease for peace.
Good morning. Joel Walker, your golf professional here at Laguna Woods Village. Beautiful morning today. It's Free Tip Thursday. So anyway, this morning what I wanted to talk to you about in your golf swing, no matter how long you've been playing, if you're just starting the game, if you've been playing for a few months, a few years, your whole life, right? The best thing you can do and to think about in your golf swing is, how do they work? Well, good golf swings work from the ground up, not necessarily up here. Our arms and our hands, the club, the shoulders, right, all needs to work in sync, and we want to hit nice consistent shots. We want to have balance from the ground up. B-A-L-A-N-C-E, that's the word of the day, balance. Right, so as we set up to the ball, we're going to hit our shots. We feel that nice coil in our shoulders, right? We're reaching back, we're engaging our hips a little bit. We want to stay steady and we want to stay balanced, because none of this great stuff up here that you're constantly working on is going to work very well or consistently if we're off balance. If I'm dangling around here, too much on my toes, right, the club gets thrown off and the shots just get inconsistent, right? So as we do take our backswing, right, we're going to turn those shoulders, engage our hips a little bit, and we want to be solid, nice and balanced on our right foot, kind of on the center instep here. A hurricane might blow me over, but a 30-mile-an-hour wind won't. I know that. So I'm right here and solid, steady at the top of our backswing. Now the same thing can be said as we follow through to the finish, right? I want to be balanced over here too. Got a whole foot and a whole nice leg to use to steady myself as I finish the swing. Steady. Balance. What's the word of the day? Balance. That's right. Okay, so as I'm here, right, I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right part of town. Now if I'm creating that swing and taking into the action, and now I'm out on my toes, boy, you see a lot of people doing that, right? Falling off balance. As all that energy's generating out here to our toes. Want that. Same thing be said if I'm rolling out here onto my heel. Not good, right? So use your whole leg, use your whole foot, use that center of that foot. It's there, it's like a nice post. Boom, balanced. B-A-L-A-N-C-E, balance, that's the word of the day. Enjoy yourselves, let's keep our golf course in good shape, and hope to see you guys around. Thank you. I wanted to let you in, it's not really a secret, bit of a limited space though, but I've been offering a no-cost boot camp where we do some stretching in the morning, we do some golf fundamentals, some mental stuff of what's going on, in the mind while we're swinging the golf club and playing the golf course. So if you want to join me for that, I'd be glad to have you. Be most excited about meeting everyone who haven't met yet. If you want to come out, the sign-ups, you can call me. My direct line is 268-2024. To sign up. They're 3-week periods and space is limited, but we can get you, in the system and ready to roll on those 3-week boot camps. A lot of stretching, some minor strength training, and just what is important in swinging the club, maybe expanding our range of motion a little bit. Again, working on balance, which is very key in the swing, and most of all, having fun. We can talk world politics too, if you'd like, philosophy. I do have a degree in philosophy. Anyway, please join me. And also, I've got another thing going on that's quite exciting. People have taken great advantage of and improving is a free tip Thursday. Come out in the morning at the driving range in our lower teaching area, and I'm there for about an hour or so. Come up for a few minutes. We'll discuss A couple of things you might have questions about regarding your golf swing. I'll take a look at you, do a swing check. Couple of free tips. Free is good. If it's free, I'll take 3. So anyway, come and see me. And again, if I haven't met you, I'll be really looking forward to meeting you. And greetings and good golfing. Thank you.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
Carpet, #1 for you.
Welcome back. Brian Fennessy, who is here with the Orange County Fire Authority. Now, he says he's not new, but he's been in this position as chief for about 15 months, but he's new to us here. So welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I know it's not new, but nonetheless, tell me a little bit about your position and what it requires.
Well, I'm the fire chief of the Orange County Fire Authority, and with Garden Grove coming on in August, we'll have nearly 80 fire stations serving nearly 2 million people. 500,000 or 500 square miles plus. It's a huge responsibility.
Right.
You know, we're responsible for the unincorporated areas and soon to be 24 cities. So it's a complex job, but it's being around firefighters, and having been one for 41 years, I love it.
Well, now you were where before?
I was with the city of San Diego. I started my career in 1978 with the U.S. Forest Service, and I spent 13 years on hotshot crews, leading crews all over the western U.S. on forest fires and whatnot, and was hired in 1990 by the city of San Diego, worked my way up, and was the fire chief when I left for 3 years.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So we were talking about San Diego beforehand. Is there a big difference between the area of Orange counties and the area of San Diego and what you need to prepare for?
I think there are geographically some of the topographic features, some of the weather, local weather features, but a lot of similarities. I mean, as I often say, there's no greater threat to life and property than wildland fire. I used to say that in San Diego, I'm saying that here in Orange County, and the reality is that statewide, many of the same fire challenges, the response challenges are very, very similar. Just a much larger population here in Orange County, and again with neighboring LA County.
Right. So let's take a look at some of the areas that you were talking about. So we had huge fires last year, and then now we've had all this rain, and so we have tons of overgrowth. So how do you prepare for the ones that maybe don't have as much to burn versus the ones that do?
Well, you know, anymore, we don't. Everything is going to burn. You know, we went through such a period of sustained drought that, you know, much of the vegetation on our hillsides has died. We can't see it today because now we've got all this new green growth around it, and we've got all these new grasses that are now cured. But that dead fuel, and that's what we consider as fuel, is still in our fuel bed here in Southern California. So the threat for large, rapid-moving wildland fires exists.
So I think maybe because we've had so much rain, we think the ground is soaked still, but you're saying that's not the case.
It's not the case. You know, the grasses, I haven't seen the grasses this thick in many, many years throughout Southern California. Okay. We've been given a little bit of reprieve with this weather and the late spring rain, but trust me when I tell you, as soon as the sun comes out and we get a few days of warm weather, all fire departments in Southern California are going to be running calls on grass fires. Right. The larger vegetation is going to take a while to dry out. We're going to be into July and August, but when it does, that dry grass is going to move into that now dry brush, and we're going to experience large fires. Right.
What are some of the things that maybe the fire authority is doing, or maybe local cities are doing to help prevent that from happening? I mean, obviously it's super thick. Are there things that they're doing?
You know, we're asking that, you know, homeowners, HOAs, the communities prepare, you know, their home, you know, to give us defensible space, 100 feet of clearing, you know, between the structures and the fuel bed. But, you know, the Orange County Fire Authority is out. You know, we're preparing roadside. We're doing a lot of work along the roadside, removing vegetation. We've got hand crews that are doing a lot of fuel management and other things. But it's a year-round process now. the field just continues to grow.
Right, which I mean, we can't complain because we have such a beautiful area
We
to
do.
live in. We don't want it completely taken over by houses.
We do.
So,
Right.
so good. Thank you for doing all of that you guys are doing to help us prevent it. So let's talk about evacuations.
Sure.
I mean, we're in an area here that's, you know, pretty centralized, but if something was to seriously happen here, what are some things they need to consider?
Well, you know, people, we like to talk about ready, set, go. You know, we want people to prepare in advance of that emergency. Nobody thinks it's going to happen to them. When you talk to people after the emergency, they will always say, well, I never expected it to happen here. You know, and then we talk about being set, you know, having people and pets ready to go. You know, what's your plan? Have a plan. You know, have your papers all gathered up in one place, prescriptions, pictures, your personal computers. You know, the last fires that we went to, you know, when homes were on fire, we're bringing out computers because those hard drives are where everybody has their pictures and their valuable documents. Have your credit cards, have your debit cards, and we say go, it's time to go. You can do nothing worse than delay and think you might be able to sustain or survive the fire or whatever emergency it may be. But then once you put yourself on the road, as we're trying to get in, that is a recipe for disaster.
Wow, wow. Well, we have a lot of plans in place here in our community. They've got, you know, community captains that help with emergencies, and I think that the security does a really good job here, and we have disaster preparedness. What are some additional things that you might tell our community about?
Well, and you're exactly right. I got a tour here not long ago, about a 3-hour tour, and I'm so impressed with you know, this community. It is far more prepared than largely any other community that I've run across. One of our directors, OCFA directors, Noel Hatch, led me on this tour, and people here are doing it right. I would offer up that, you know, people just need to maintain their vigilance. Again, understand that it may not be a wildland fire. It may be a power, you know, shut off. It might be a fuel leak. Who knows what it may be? But to be prepared. You know, this is a beautiful place, like you say, to live. But Southern California is known for its disasters.
Okay. So emergency medical response. I am sure that, you know, there is a ton of 911 calls that might not be a medical emergency. So at what point should they call 911 and they shouldn't?
Well, you know, I mean, we really encourage people, if you think you're having, you know, a medical emergency, call 911. It's best to do so. Let us come out. You know, we send paramedics and all of our apparatus. Let us come out and assess you and evaluate. But prior to our getting there, have your medications ready. That will save time. Gather them all up. Be prepared to provide us your history, or your caregiver, you know, provide us that history. But don't hesitate. You know, too many people will deny that they're having the symptoms they are, and by the time we do get called, their conditions can be quite serious.
Right. So what would be the circumstance that if you say, I don't want to call 911, just drive me over?
Yeah, that's probably not a scenario you want. And I had a recent experience with that with my own wife, who was having a difficulty, and she did not want me to call 911, and she did not, and I had to do it, and it was the right thing to do. But I mean, that's very common. We're embarrassed by that, right? We don't want people coming into our homes and putting monitors on us. But our firefighters are some of the best. I mean, they're paramedics, they're very kind. I get so many compliments about how our firefighters treat people. You know, over my career, I've largely found that people have 3 expectations. A, that we get there quickly when they call 911, and we do that here in Orange County. That we know what we're doing, which we do. Our firefighters are amazingly well trained, and that we're kind and compassionate, and we treat people with dignity. Those are the calls I get mostly from people, or calls to tell me that, hey, listen, even though the emergency your firefighters responded to ended tragically, perhaps even a loved one's passing, I'll have a family member call and say, I just want to let you know how kind your firefighters were to me and my family in our time of need. It was amazing, and I just get chills even talking about it. That's what I'm really proud of.
That's great. I mean, congratulations. That's awesome. So let's talk about, you know, the overall Orange County Fire Authority services. I mean, obviously you've gone through a few. Are there things that we don't know about?
Gosh, we're involved in everything, right? I mean, this is a big metropolitan fire department. You've got LA City, which is another large metro, LA County, you've got Orange County. All 3 of us are involved, you name it. We operate large, complex aircraft operations. Each of us has, our own, FEMA Urban Search and Rescue Task Force. We have one of 28 nationally.
Okay.
So we actually watch what's going on in the southeast, and when there's hurricanes coming, because hurricanes affect us here. I might have to send 60 to 80 of my members and the task force on the road or flying out to major disasters throughout the country.
Right.
We do hazardous materials response. We do heavy rescue response. We do swift water. You name it.
Right.
We are what's called an all hazards fire department.
Right.
And when you join this department, there are just so many avenues you can go.
Right.
It's wonderful.
Well, what if somebody did want to join the fire department? What do you do?
Well, we encourage them to do so. We're hiring 100 a year.
Wow.
And so we are still recovering a bit from the recession when everybody froze hiring, but yet retirements, continued. And so again, the large organizations in the state, we're hiring about as fast as we can. You go to our website, www.ocfa.org.
Okay.
And anything you would want to know about what it takes to become a firefighter, how to apply to be an Orange County firefighter. We're encouraging women to apply.
Great.
We're encouraging, we want a very diverse workforce. And there's just so much value in it. I come from a fire department that had a lot of women on the job.
Okay.
And they do a great job right alongside their male counterparts.
Excellent. And then what about volunteering? So we have a lot of community members that would love to volunteer. What do they do?
We have lots of opportunities. I mean, we have CERT, the Community Emergency Response Team opportunities. Almost each city in the county has those. And again, if you go to our website, there is a list of things that you can be involved in.
Great.
Folks that are thinking about becoming firefighters, we have an Explorer program, we have a Reserve program.
Okay.
We have a number of events that, where we need help, from volunteers. We love our volunteers.
Good. Well, we'll be sending that out. So you guys, if you want to help them out, then just go to the website. So,
we'd love to have
all right.
you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
very nice to have you on, and we'll keep track of you. We'll have you back again.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks. And remember, the Orange County Fire Authority is not just for fires, for a variety of other things. So go check out their website so you can learn more. We'll be right back.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
The Red Sox are 1 out away. And the Dodgers are down to their final strike. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. And the best team in baseball wins it all.
Mind and Memory Program at Mission Hospital is an outpatient program specifically designed for patients with a memory disorder who have developed a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, or paranoia. Patients are welcome every day, Monday through Friday, up to 4 days a week. On-site meals and snacks are included, and transportation to and from the program is available. The program focuses on improvement in overall mood, function, and concentration, as well as a decrease in depression or anxiety. Call today to find out if you or your loved one qualifies for the Mind and Memory Program.
Are you looking for a better way to manage your medication? MedBox by AmeriPharma has redefined the pharmacy experience. No more pill organizers and vials. When we fill your prescriptions, you get all your medications conveniently packaged by the dose and delivered to your door at no additional cost. This means no change in insurance, copays, or out-of-pocket expenses. Call our specialists today and discover the new way of pharmacy. MedBox by AmeriPharma.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today, we're talking to Dr. Chuck Lee of 7-Day Dental. Today's topic is emergency dental care. Doctor, what do we need to know about emergency dental care?
At 7-Day Dental, we are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year for your dental needs.
Thank you, Doctor. So come on in and get your 7-Day Dental smile.
This is how we burger, brew, and cue. Pick a town. Arrive hungry, real hungry. Start with a massive burger. Charred, juicy. Add bacon, a buttery bun, piled high. Serve it up, wash it down. Creamy, hoppy, fruity, malty. We're not done yet. Q time, deep fried, sauce soaked, pork ribs, meaty, tender. I'm full. Where to next?
All new Burgers, Brew, and Q. Tuesday at 9. Cooking Channel. Stay fired up.
At Memorial Carey Saddleback Medical Center, we are a magnet designated facility, which means that we're in the top 8% of hospitals across the nation that are recognized for high quality patient outcomes and nursing excellence. And what that means is that we have nurses that are highly engaged and enthusiastic about their workplace, that we have lower vacancy rates, lower turnover, and high nursing satisfaction scores.
Welcome back. The Duplicate Bridge Club is here to tell us about a very exciting event that starts today. And we have Greta and Catherine here. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being on. And you're wearing your bright purple today because the longest day is benefiting the Alzheimer's, right?
That's right, and I'm here to talk about that.
Fantastic. Well, tell me about the longest day and what it means.
Well, the longest day is the longest day of the year, and technically that's Friday, but we're celebrating it at our club today and tomorrow, and then Thursday we will have 3 games. We'll have a morning game, an afternoon game, and an evening game. The longest day was actually begun by the Laguna Woods Village Duplicate Bridge Club, and it's now gone nationwide, and the ACBL sponsors it, and some of our games we'll be donating toward the National Alzheimer's and the ACBL, through the ACBL, but the Thursday games are all going to benefit Orange County Alzheimer's.
Okay.
So, and you know, bridge is the best thing you can do for your brain health. It stimulates, all the hands are always different, it's always a challenge, and that's the best thing for keeping your brain active. So it's a natural connection here.
Right.
But I did bring a few statistics that in Orange County, the deaths from Alzheimer's last year were 16,238. Wow. 268% increase since the year 2000. So this is just incredible. And the only way that we're going to stop Alzheimer's from just taking over is to donate money. So I really want to encourage everybody who comes to the Bridge Center to donate. There's a box there. We'll make it easy. And we have all kinds of materials to help you. This one has the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's disease. So you can look and see if losing your keys is something to worry about.
Which I do all the time. And you know, that's one thing that I think we've talked about before, not necessarily just with the Duplicate Bridge Club, but with many doctors, because they have, you know, memory programs and things like that. And I think that we often do feel like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind because I'm forgetting things, I'm forgetting names, but that's just part of just the aging process, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Right. To the extent. And we all are touched by Alzheimer's. Exactly. I mean, we all know people, or we worry about it.
Right.
And so the thing to do is to donate and also participate in any research opportunities that come along, because that's about the best things we can do. But if you do know people, the Orange County Alzheimer's has many, many ways to help us with caregiver support groups and materials like I've got here.
Right,
and so
right.
on.
Well, this is important. You know, obviously, I like this because, you know, it's so hot in the studio. But I like that. You know the 10 signs, and that's really nice to have. So you'll have these available for people at the Duplicate Bridge event. So now, earlier we were talking about today starting. So it starts at 12 o'clock noon, and that's your first game, right?
12:30
Oh,
actually.
12:30, okay.
The cards appear on your table.
Great.
And then we're playing tomorrow at 12:30.
Okay.
And then on Thursday, 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll celebrate the longest day. First game at 9.
Okay.
And another at 12:30 and another in the evening.
Okay.
And those proceeds all to local Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. Well, when you have a family member, I had a younger sister passed away of Alzheimer's last year. My father passed away of Alzheimer's, so I'm a bit concerned in that respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you play a lot of bridge.
I do play a lot of bridge. In fact, someone said, well, how often do you play? I said, well, let's see, sometimes if I play on Saturday, I probably play 6 times during the week.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So your memory is good.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know what, Greta, let's talk a little bit about what we were saying before, that, you know, the Duplicate Bridge Club here is very large. And tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we're the largest bridge club west of the Mississippi, and so we can hold up to 200 people, and we have something going on there. We don't have any game on Sunday generally, but 6 days of the week we have activities or games going on. So it's a great opportunity. In addition to the Duplicate, there is a Wednesday night progressive game which is open to anyone who would want to play at 6:30, and on Thursday afternoon 12:30 there's another progressive game. So those are additional games in addition to what our Bridge Club schedule is.
Wow, there's a lot of activities. And then you have some other things.
We have some other classes.
Okay.
We have on Saturday morning, Mike Murray has a 0 to 20 game.
Okay.
About 5 tables of players. I have been a mentor for that, and the mentors help with the bidding, because these are people that are new and need a little more help, but we're there for them, and it's a great opportunity. We have 2 beginners classes that are just finishing up, and the second series will be starting in July with Margaret Bennett. That's really good too. And then I started a class, Brush Up on Basics, this month, and I was so enthused to see 5 tables of just eager players to learn how to do their no trump bidding, and they can just hardly wait to come back next month.
Well, good.
Because I'll be doing it once a month.
Nice.
Second Wednesday. We also have a couple of our players that are putting on pregame lectures, and those are very good too, and those are available to anyone who would like to come to a lecture before they play the game for the day.
They're free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
free.
good. Can I ask you a question regarding some of your, beginner classes? So for me, when I learned how to play poker, I had a cheat sheet. So like what beat what. So are the beginners allowed to bring their notes?
Oh, they have a book that they buy, and then we also have a lot of handouts that we give to people. And if they want to sit there and look at the handout, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
This is part of the learning process.
Good, because I think that would be too hard otherwise. Because I tell you, bridge sounds very complicated.
You're not allowed to write notes.
But it is, and then another big event we have coming up is the 4th of July.
Yeah,
we're putting on
right
a big barbecue at the club that'll start at 11:30, and people need to sign up ahead, but it'll be a fun day for everyone to come and play bridge, socialize, eat food. Oh, we got it all.
That sounds great. That sounds awesome. All right, and you have one more thing to tell us about.
Well, and then coming up right after the 4th of July, for the people who really are concerned about getting their master points, we have an instant match point game where they immediately know how they score on the hands, and that's always a big event too for our club. So we just keep doing things all the time.
Well, this is great though. You have to be on top of it because you have so many people that are involved and you want to keep them busy.
And always new people are moving into the
yeah.
village, and they
yeah.
contact us and say, when can I start to play bridge
Right,
again?
and that's why we're going, my goal this year is to keep education classes going all the time,
Great.
and this is what we're doing now.
Well, I think that's important because you definitely have more people moving in who want to keep going or learn more, and you guys do such a great job
now
with
they
all the different
retired
classes.
and
And they've got
now
time.
they can learn.
They have
yes.
more time, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah, some
That's
guy
right.
came to a Saturday morning, and one of the mentors said to him, well, why are you here? Yeah, he said, well, no, it's something good to do on Saturday morning.
All right, well, ladies, thank you so much, and congratulations, and good luck in raising money for Alzheimer's Orange County.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
And remember, if you want to learn more about duplicate bridge or any kind of bridge things that are going on here, you can always go to their website. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
I'm Dr. Ray Floberg, and I want to welcome you to our brand new facility here in Laguna Woods. We've been serving the community since 2006, and we're super excited to bring you an awesome team of doctors, Dr. Jackson, Dr. Asaturians, Dr. Vian, and myself, here to serve you in our brand new state-of-the-art facility. Call us in the morning and we'll get you in the same day, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Our Friday movie is called Fighting with My Family. And that's got a whole bunch of people in there. Dwayne Johnson, Lena Headey, and Vince Vaughn. And it is about a former wrestler and his family make a living performing at small venues around the country while their kids dream of joining the World Wrestling Entertainment. So that sounds very interesting, and that is about 1 hour and 48 minutes, and it's a comedy, drama, and a little bit of a biography. So that sounds super interesting. And then on Monday, we have The Grinch, and that will be at 2 and 4 p.m., and that will be the animated version from the holiday of 2018. All right, so our weather this week is unfortunately kind of cloudy and gloomy, and boy, I was ready to run out and buy one of those lights the other day just so I can see some sort of natural sunlight, or I'm driving out to Palm Springs, one of the two. So looks like we're going to have the fog stick around in the mornings, and then our temperatures are going to get to be maybe in the high 60s and then in the low 50s during the week. And then around town, oh, there we go, we've got a couple clouds. And then I think Ken was mentioning we might even have some drizzle later in the week, which, you know, again, not looking forward to that, but for those of you who like cool weather, I guess this is the time to like it. And then around town, as we mentioned earlier in our newscast, things look pretty normal out there, kind of below normal. And then in Arrowhead, 74.53. And then that's where I'm going is Palm Springs at 104. Looks pretty darn good out there. All right, and then on our show tomorrow, we have some fun stuff. We have AutoNation Toyota Irvine will be here, and we've got the OC Fair. That is right around the corner, so we have those ladies probably going over all the delicious food that they have. Pageant of the Masters, we have Sharby coming on to tell us about their new production, and then the Senior Center. And then remember, right after our newscast today, we will have the meeting live at 9:30. So have a great day in the Village, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius, so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range, so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
I retired 18 years ago, and a good friend of mine says, "Hey, Gear, what the hell are you going to do with your time now?" And the next thing I knew, I was a delivery man for Meals on Wheels.
To the homebound neighbors he's delivered meals to for 18 years, my father, Homer Gear, is the real leading man.
Hey, well, hello.